Today we're going to answer your
juiciest question.
We're spilling it all, from being bullied for being a chess nerd to chess parties that got a little too crazy. How did you get into chess? My dad taught me when I was...
Our dad
taught me when I was 6 years old.
And she was traveling the world with my dad doing all these cool things. So as a 6-year-old, I said, I want to learn chess too. And then we traveled as a whole happy family.
She looked up to her big sister. Did playing chess impact having a normal childhood?
Yeah, our mom always hated chess for this reason.
Every weekend I would play chess tournaments so I couldn't go to birthday parties, and she was really worried about my social skills.
Like Dad said, birthday parties were a distraction.
But hey, it worked out in the long run, right?
Yeah, look where the cool kids are now.
Yeah. Did you ever get bullied in school for being a chess nerd? I hated the word nerd. I hated the word nerd so much that I actually wrote, I don't know if I want to share
Go
this.
ahead, tell us. Just do it. You can't bring a story and not tell us.
It was called Nerd? I prefer the term intellectual badass.
I lived life like Hannah Montana in middle school. I had 2 separate lives. On the weekends and in the mornings when I was studying, nobody knew I was playing chess. I'd go to school, nobody blew my cover until I started live streaming in high school and kids found my chess live stream.
Did they at least subscribe?
They did not subscribe,
Damn
but
it.
you know what? Now they're on my DMs being like, wow, it's so cool that you make chess videos. When I remember in AP US history, they're all giving me shit for it, so
Joke's on them.
yeah.
Does playing chess make you smarter?
I wouldn't say exactly that, but chess definitely helped me strengthen some skills that correlate with intelligence, which the main one being concentration. I have ADHD, and there's no other activity that I can sit silently and not have my brain running around about other things, whereas when I'm playing chess, it's the only really true escape. But if you do want to get better at chess, you can hit the subscribe button down below. I won't promise it'll make you smarter, but we'd appreciate it.
You don't look like chess players. We get this a lot, but what does a chess player even look like other than the fact that they're mostly dudes?
You'd be surprised at how crazy chess players are.
I actually have some really good stories about chess parties and hookups.
Wait, no, not until the end of the video.
Are you the real life Queen's Gambit?
If I had $1 for every time someone asked me this, I would have that Tesla that you promised me 3 months ago when you won your poker tournament.
It's happening eventually, Andrea. You're
No,
just
it's
gonna
not.
crash it so it doesn't make sense right now. Before Queen's Gambit, every time we'd say we played chess, nobody had any idea what we were talking about. And now people are like, oh, like in that show, Queen's Gambit. So I guess we are grateful that it takes less time to explain our weird jobs.
But please stop asking us this.
Were you treated differently because you were a female chess player?
This is a very loaded question, so we'll keep it short, but if you'd want another video on this, comment down below.
Yes, because I'm sure that our male audience would love another video on women issues in chess.
Anyways, do you have any answers?
I remember when I was in elementary school and Dad took me to this chess tournament. We overheard the boys laughing and making fun of how they were gonna beat up the easy little chess girl, but I did end up getting a perfect score at the tournament. So, you know, we just try to focus on the chess.
Okay, now for the fun part. Alex promised us some juicy chess stories, which I know doesn't sound like a real thing, but it is. Go ahead, take it away, sister.
Well, chess players aren't as boring as it seems on the surface. They actually really like partying, and maybe by partying I mean drinking and doing really weird things.
So I cranked up and followed her to the floor. What the fuck is happening to my body or my intellectual actions?
Oh, GG.
So, you know, Queen's Gambit wasn't wrong about everything.
No drugs, just alcohol.
No, actually true. Chess players don't do a lot of drugs because they're worried about their brain, but they'll drink as much as they
They're
want.
quite the alcoholic.
They also get really crazy. I remember the last day of the Olympiad, everybody was going out, you know, people were giving piggybacks, and then all of a sudden, one of my teammates ended up getting in a drunken fight against another Norwegian master. I wake up the next day, the man has a black eye, and he's like,
It was like war last night.
and apparently, there's also this crazy girl who kept knocking on the door asking for our teammates, and he was the only one who was left to fight her off, and he looked at us and he's like,
You abandoned me?
There was this other crazy party after this American tournament. There was this really well-off lady who would host these amazing mansion parties. And she was hosting this one grandmaster. She had a lot of nice furniture at her house, including like an ancient Chinese statue of a warrior worth tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh god, I can see where this is going.
The next day, they find the head of the statue in the pool.
How?
because the drunken grandmaster had knocked it off somehow, and she had to stop her husband from trying to shoot this man.
What country was
This was in LA.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's still alive.
I'm glad. That'd be a really sad story if the man died.
This is the same man who would just do yoga outside of tournaments while he was playing. An incredible chess player, by the way. And then randomly one day, we're in a bus of chess players, and he just says, "I'm not waiting." He hops out, leading the tournament, paid to be there. He doesn't show up for the rest of the
He
event.
never came back?
No.
You know where he is now?
Well, he's fine now. I mean, he's still crazy, but he's fine. The chess romance stories are also very fun. My first boyfriend was a chess grandmaster. You can see more of that in this video. But when you go to international chess events, the thing that's really cool is that there's an equal ratio usually of guys to girls.
That never happens.
Yeah, that never happens.
I'm always
anywhere
just
else.
the only girl in the room.
I remember at one tournament, this girl was more preoccupied with how many guys she could kiss than the chess results. And actually she got to 7 within like a week, which was pretty impressive. We were betting on like 4 or 5.
I feel like chess players are just so unique and it's hard to like socialize at school and stuff. So when they come to these big international tournaments, they have their gang and they're just finally let to be free.
That's true, but they also have different characteristics that they look for in whoever they're interested in. For example, there's this term called elo diggers, and it's basically being interested in people because they're very high rated in chess. So you'd hear people be like,
"Oh, he's cute, but like he's only 2200.
while the other guy is a GM.
I will be honest, I really find like chess rating, like a very strong chess player, I think that's attractive.
Ah yes, winning ladies with your chess elo.
You know what? Some chess players aren't as good as romance. I have a friend who tried to break up with his girlfriend during a tournament, which you shouldn't do because you can't focus on the chess. And she said no. What he ended up doing is he was rooming with her and he asked his friend if she would just swap rooms with him. So the next thing his girlfriend knows, he's not staying in the room anymore. She has a new roommate and they ended up doing that for the rest of the tournament. That's how he managed to break up with her.
Seems like a legit tactic to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I became friends with this chess player. Oh, no, I can't.
No, please, go ahead. I don't know this one.
I remember one night sleeping in a cot and accidentally waking up to some noises and being like, ah, fall back asleep.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Rooms were tight. We could only afford one.
How come
And
there was nobody in your bed?
I was alone in my cot, Andrea. But you know what? The guy who felt bad about what I had to endure promised to get me free beers, even though we only got to like 10% of the questions and stories that we had, so if you want part 2, comment down below.
See you guys next time. Speaking of sharpening your mind, today's video is sponsored by Brilliant.org, a fun and interactive way to learn about subjects like math and science.
Whether you're a casual learner or a professional trying to sharpen up their skills, Brilliant has thousands of lessons, over 70 plus courses, and they're adding more each day. Okay, so I already solved the logic one. It was very fun. I went through the module. You should try some.
There are 4 playing cards in a row, a jack, a queen, a king, and an ace. The jack isn't in spot 3, the king isn't next to the ace, and the queen isn't next to either the jack or the ace. Let's just say, let's try this.
Oh, the queen's next to the ace now. You know, you almost have it. You
Wait,
switch your...
don't tell me I can do this. So we just swap these. No, because the king's still next. Okay.
no.
Wait, I got it. Why are they? This is not.
To get started for free, visit brilliant.org/BotezLive or click on the link in the description. The first 200 of you will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Hey, pretty chess lady. You ever heard of that new chess movie called Queen's Gambit? Dude! Okay.